probably the most, you can't get more intimate than talking to your mother in front of your friends in your community spot, right? I want to thank everyone for being here too, because it's, this is, was a little nervous about, this moment. Like I said, this is probably one of the most intimate, public experiences I've had. And I want to thank Urban Vintage for giving us the friends and family charity rate. I was in meditation, and I had this vision of my mother at my brother's funeral, because my vision was I was standing behind her, and I don't remember what anybody said. I don't remember what anybody did. I don't even remember who was next to me. I just remember seeing the back of my mother, and standing, and then not standing, and then standing again, and then not standing. And then the next vision was Sybrina Fulton standing. So I literally was like, we have to do something. And I was kind of running home, and the Kwan happened to be at my house too. I said, Kwan, I don't know what to do, but I know we have to do something. And I just thought maybe it would be something like this, literally. So this is kind of part of the vision, that we would do a special salon and talk about it and somehow get this message to Sybrina in this kind of intimate way. And then Huffington Post Black Voices really wrapped their arms around the For Sybrina campaign and made it a campaign.
Before we go any further, I just have to say how proud I am of you. I know people who've lost their only child, and I didn't. I have 3 daughters, and first of all, I'm really proud of you as a human being, and also for looking at Sybrina the way I haven't seen anybody look at her. Everybody's looking at somebody else, and you focused on her as only a mother can do.
But Mommy, I wouldn't have been able to do it if it hadn't been for you.
Well,
I wouldn't be here.
But that's part of how I recovered, was I had these loving, beautiful children to uplift me, and you were a reason to live. People say, how do you get over? Well, you don't get over. I think you have to be lifted above, because you're not supposed to outlive your children. It's unnatural. It's an unnatural thing. When you don't preserve the life of the child, then you think, well, then I must die too, because everything is out of order. I am supposed to die first. So, of all the things that happen to you, that's the most confusing and unnatural. I remember walking to the window and looking up there, wherever that God was, and just screaming, "Take me, you son of a bitch." That's where I was. That day that I saw her stand and fall at the funeral, something was gone. It was she started, it was like going to hell or something. Somewhere that wasn't familiar, somewhere that wasn't my mother, somewhere that was, we all went somewhere very strange. It's so disorienting to have a critical member of your family go. How do you get out of hell? Well, first of all, you really are in hell. This happened over 33 years ago. And still, it's with me. My life is divided into 2 parts. Whatever happened before September 23rd, 1979, and whatever happened after.
How did you do that? How do you breathe after that? And so, not only did my mother, not only did you not breathe. You became who you really are. And that's also the core of what these conversations have always been about. You know, we had one with Janet about being brave enough to be who you really are, and going through things that most people would be afraid to go through to get to who you really are. If Sybrina was right there, what would you say to her?
I would say, I don't know if you can believe this now, but Trayvon is beside you, maybe with his arms around you, saying, I want you to be happy, Mom, because I am now. That's what I would say to her. And in time, I would hope she could believe it.
I want to thank the most amazing mother ever.